What you're about to see is a 12-piece mirage, every watch collector's unattainable dream. This is a collection worth over $60 million that will never be assembled. Some of these watches are in museums, others vanished into vaults decades ago. A few have only surfaced once in the last 50 years. One, it is said, doesn't even exist anymore. Most collectors will never see one of these in person. To own even a single piece from this collection would be the achievement of a lifetime. To own them all? Mathematically impossible. But for the next few minutes, they're all yours. Welcome back to Culture, home of the next generation of wealth, where taste is the ultimate asset class. Now let's dive in. The Impossible Rolex Collection. Number 1. Paul Newman's Rolex Daytona. Reference 6. 239 Exotic Dial. The Holy Grail, $17.8 million. Significance: the most expensive Rolex ever sold at auction and arguably the most famous wristwatch in the world. Details: sold at Phillips auction in October 2017 for $17.8 million. Gift from Paul Newman's wife, Joanne Woodward, with the caseback engraved, "Drive Carefully Me," features the iconic exotic dial that now bears Newman's name, white dial with contrasting black subdials and red outer track. Newman wore this watch for decades during his racing career, disappeared from public view for 30 years before resurfacing in 2016. Valjoux Cal 722 hand-wound movement. The auction lasted just 12 minutes with furious bidding. Why it's impossible? One of one. The actual watch worn by the Hollywood legend himself. Even if you had the money, the current owner would likely never sell. Number 2. Rolex Daytona. Reference 6. 265. The Unicorn. The only one, $6.5 million. Significance: the only vintage white gold Rolex Chronograph Daytona ever produced. Details: sold at Phillips in May 2018 for approximately $6.5 million, unique 18-karat white gold case, unprecedented for vintage Daytonas, black Sigma dial with white chronograph counters, white gold hour markers and matching bracelet, believed to be a special order for an exclusive German client in the early 1970s, previously owned by legendary collector John Goldberger. All proceeds donated to Children Action Charity. Valjoux Cal 727 hand-wound movement, nicknamed Unicorn because it's the only one of its kind. Why it's impossible? Literally a one-of-a-kind piece. Until this watch surfaced, it was thought that manual winding Daytonas only existed in steel and yellow gold. Number 3. Rolex. Reference 6. 062. Bao Dai. Imperial Provenance, $5.1 million. Significance: owned by the last emperor of Vietnam with the rarest dial configuration. Details: sold at Phillips Geneva in May 2017 for $5.1 million. Originally sold in 2002 for $235,000. Yellow gold oyster perpetual with triple calendar and moon phase, black dial with diamond indices and unique 5-diamond layout. Originally purchased in 1954 by Bao Dai in Geneva while attending the convention that split Vietnam, Emperor walked into a Rolex boutique and requested the rarest and most precious Rolex ever made. One of only 3 known Ref 6062 watches with diamond dials, the unique 5-diamond layout makes it completely one of a kind, annual calendar with rotating pointer date and moon phase at 6 o'clock. Why it's impossible? Imperial provenance, one-of-a-kind dial configuration, and historically significant as it witnessed the partition of Vietnam. Number 4. Rolex Reference 4. 113, split seconds chronograph, anti-magnetic. The Pinnacle, approximately $3.5 million. Significance: the only split seconds chronograph wristwatch ever made by Rolex. Details: Only 12 examples produced in 1942 during World War II, serial numbers ranging from 051313 to 051324. Whereabouts of only 9 examples are known. 3 remain undiscovered. 44mm stainless steel case, the largest vintage case ever produced by Rolex Valjoux caliber 55 VBR movement with split seconds complication, never appeared in any Rolex catalog or advertising, believed to have been gifted exclusively to members of racing teams, tachymeter and telemeter scales on the dial. Recent sale in 2024 achieved approximately $3.5 million. Most examples linked to Italian motor racing, particularly the Giro Automobilistico di Sicilia. Why it's impossible. Rolex's only venture into split seconds complications, never commercially available, and only 9 of 12 are accounted for. The brand never made another one. Number 5. Rolex Daytona, reference 6270, the endgame. Diamond excess, $4.1+ million. Significance: the most expensive and elaborate factory gem set Daytona ever made by Rolex. Details: record sale of $4,105,853 at Phillips Geneva Watch Auction, 17 in May 2023, only 8 examples known to exist, produced circa 1984 to 1988, 18-karat yellow gold case with pave diamond dial featuring 240 brilliant cut diamonds, bezel set with 28 baguette cut diamonds, 3.26 carats, blue sapphire hour markers, 9 sapphires, blue-colored subsidiary dials with gold text, commissioned by His Highness Sultan Qaboos bin Saeed Al Saeed of Oman, 37.5mm oyster case, manual winding Valjoux caliber 727. Phillips described it as beyond outlandish when created in the 1980s. Rolex themselves paid over $4 million to acquire an example at auction in 2023. Why it's impossible. Rolex doesn't do this anymore and only made 8 for the Sultan of Oman. These pieces predicted modern luxury watch trends by decades. Number 6. Rolex Deep Sea, Special Number 3. Deepest dive, priceless. Significance: the watch that went to the deepest point on Earth, 35,814 feet down in the Mariana Trench. Details: attached to the bathyscaphe Trieste on January 23, 1960, reached the bottom of the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench with Jacques Picard and Lieutenant Don Walsh. Survived pressure of 1,150 atmospheres. 1,150 kilograms per square centimeter, white dial variant, the ultimate deep sea special, experimental watch with massive domed crystal. Upon surfacing, Picard sent telegram to Rolex. Happy announced to you your watch is precise at 11,000 meters as on surface. Currently on display at the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C. Only about 35 deep sea specials were made total, most as display pieces. Never offered for public sale, given only to museums and key retailers. Why it's impossible. The actual watch, number 3, is in the Smithsonian. Other examples rarely come to market, last sold over a decade ago with estimates of $1.3 to $2.6 million. Number 7. Rolex Submariner, reference 6538, James Bond Big Crown, 007's original, $500,000 plus. Significance: the original James Bond watch worn by Sean Connery and Dr. No from Russia with Love, Goldfinger, and Thunderball. Details: worn by Sean Connery in the first 4 James Bond films, 1962 to 1965, producer Albert Cubby Broccoli lent his personal Submariner when Rolex wouldn't sponsor the film. 38mm case with oversized 8mm crown, hence Big Crown nickname. Produced only from 1955 to 1959, 4-line chronometer certified versions are exceptionally rare, estimated 1 in 10 to 20 examples. Explorer style 369 dial variants from 1956 are the rarest, water-resistant to 200 meters with caliber 1030 movement, famous worn on NATO-style straps in the films, not the oyster bracelet. In Goldfinger, Connery removed the bezel, giving it a worn look. Well-maintained examples have sold for $567,000 plus. Why it's impossible. Define the entire genre of spy watches. Finding an unpolished four-line example with original bezel insert is nearly impossible. The actual film-worn examples have disappeared into private collections. Number 8. Rolex GMT Master Reference 1. 675 Marlon Brando. Apocalypse Now, $5.1 million. Significance. The bezel-less GMT worn by Marlon Brando as Colonel Kurtz in Apocalypse Now. Details. Worn in the 1979 Vietnam War epic Apocalypse Now, Brando, or director Francis Ford Coppola, removed the bezel for a worn, crazed look. Caseback engraved with Brando's name, circa 1972, GMT Master, originally sold at Phillips Game Changers auction in December 2019 for $1,952,000. Resold at Christie's Geneva in November 2023 for 4,582,500 Swiss francs, $5.1 million, more than double. Now the most expensive Rolex GMT Master of all time, sold by Brando's daughter, Petra Brando Fisher, defines the anti-luxury luxury watch aesthetic. Why it's impossible. One of One, the actual screen-used watch from one of cinema's greatest films, worn by one of the greatest actors. Cultural icon status beyond measure. 9. Rolex Daytona Ref. 6263 Albino. Eric Clapton. Silver Ghost, $1.4 million. Significance. One of only 4 known albino Daytonas with all-silver dial configuration, owned by guitar legend Eric Clapton. Details. Sold at Phillips in May 2015 for $1.4 million. Record for Rolex Daytona at the time, one of only 4 known examples where subsidiary dials match the silver dial plate. Produced circa 1971, stainless steel case with MK1 pushers, Valjoux caliber 727 movement, purchased by Eric Clapton in the late 1990s. Previously sold at Christie's in 2003 for $50,190 when owned by Clapton, then at Sotheby's in 2008 for $505,000, broke world record. The visual uniformity of the all-silver dial creates an optical illusion effect. Clapton's ownership elevated its legendary status. Why it's impossible. Only 4 exist. The combination of extreme rarity and provenance from arguably the most influential celebrity watch collector makes these untouchable. Number 10. Rolex Daytona, Reference 16. 516 Platinum Zenith with turquoise Stella dial. The mythical set, $2.68 to $3.27 million. Significance. One of only 5 platinum Daytonas with exotic material dials, commissioned by Rolex CEO Patrick Heiniger. Details. Only 5 ever made, circa 1998 to 1999, commissioned by Patrick Heiniger, Rolex CEO. Before platinum Daytonas were commercially available, each features a different exotic dial. First, Tahitian black mother of pearl with Arabic numerals, $871,000 in 2018. Second, lapis lazuli stone dial, $3.27 million in 2020, record for automatic Daytona. Third, lacquered turquoise stone Stella dial, $2.68 million in 2021. Fourth, light pink mother of pearl with diamond hour markers, estimate $1.4 million plus. Fifth example believed kept by Heiniger himself, whereabouts unknown. 40mm platinum cases with caliber 4030 Zenith El Primero based, gifted to important business partners and family, made 15 years before Rolex made platinum Daytonas commercially available, A-series serial numbers from 1998 to 1999. Why it's impossible. These were never meant to exist publicly. Heiniger's personal vision materialized into watches that defied the official catalog. Finding the fifth watch would be horological archaeology. Number 11. Rolex Daytona Reference 6241. John Player Special. Racing livery, $1.14 to $2.49 million. Significance. Named after the iconic black and gold Lotus Formula One cars of the 1970s. Details. Striking black and gold color scheme matching John Player Special Lotus F1 livery Ref 6241, produced only from 1966 to 1969, approximately 3,000 total made, only about 300 made in yellow gold, small fraction featured the coveted JPS dial configuration. Recent sale December 2024, $1,140,000. Record sale for JPS variant, $2,491,655. Third most valuable Paul Newman Daytona in gold. Often features 14-karat yellow gold case, North American market, some with matching 14-karat Jubilee bracelet, exotic Paul Newman style dial, one example owned by Tom Brady, worn during 2023 New England Patriots ceremony. Why it's impossible. The ultimate intersection of motorsport heritage and Rolex collecting. Finding one in 14-karat gold with Jubilee bracelet and pristine dial is nearly impossible. Number 12. Rolex Daytona. Reference 6270 with champagne dial. The secret variant, unknown value. Significance. The ultra-rare champagne dial variant of the endgame, barely documented and virtually unknown. Details. Same reference as the endgame, but with standard champagne dial instead of pave diamonds. Exact same baguette diamond bezel, 28 diamonds, 3.26 carats, mentioned in original Rolex documentation but rarely photographed, considered even rarer than the pave version by some experts. Unknown. How many exist? Very few pictures available. 18-karat yellow gold case and bracelet for collectors who know this is the ultimate sleeper. Why it's impossible. So rare that most people don't even know it exists. The pave version gets all the attention, but this is rarer. What makes a Rolex impossible? 1. Provenance. The watches worn by Paul Newman, Marlon Brando, and Eric Clapton aren't just rare, they're cultural artifacts that transcend horology. 2. Production. Rarity. The unicorn, 1 piece, the Ref. 4113, 12 pieces, the Bao Dai, unique dial, and the Platinum Zeniths, 5 pieces, represent production numbers that make ownership statistically impossible. 3. Historical significance. The Deep Sea Special went to the deepest point on Earth. The James Bond Submariner defined spy watches forever. These aren't just rare, they made history. 4. Rolex never made it again. The Ref. 4113, split seconds. The white gold unicorn Daytona and the platinum Zeniths represent paths Rolex explored once and never revisited. 5. Institutional ownership. Many of the greatest examples are in museums, Deep Sea Special, or will never be sold by collectors who view them as generational heirlooms. 6. Price is barrier. Even if one becomes available, prices ranging from $1 to $18 million put them beyond all but the most elite collectors. The impossible dream. This collection represents more than watches. It's a treasury of human achievement, cultural milestones, and mechanical perfection. From the depths of the Mariana Trench to the silver screen, from racetracks to royal courts, these Rolex watches have witnessed and participated in history. To assemble this collection would require estimated total value, $50 to $70+ million. Decades of patient hunting, relationships with the world's top dealers and auction houses, convincing museums and estates to part with priceless artifacts. The luck to find watches whose whereabouts are unknown. Some of these watches will never be sold, others appear once in a generation. A few may still be hiding in private collections unknown to the market. This isn't just an impossible collection, it's a love letter to Rolex's most daring, innovative, and culturally significant moments. Each watch tells a story that will never be repeated. The collection stands as a testament to what makes Rolex Rolex: innovation, durability, precision, and an uncanny ability to be present at history's most important moments. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon in another deep dive from Culture, where taste is the ultimate asset class.